One cold winter morning, Emily saw a man sitting alone on the sidewalk, his clothes torn, his eyes filled with deep despair and sadness. She paused for a moment, then smiled warmly and slowly walked close to him, her heart filled with kindness, wanting to help the stranger in need. She gently asked, "Would you like to have some breakfast with me today?" He nodded slowly, barely able to say, "Yes, please, thank you." Emily took him to a nearby cafe and ordered the biggest breakfast there, hoping to fill his empty stomach and show a little care. While he was eating quietly, Emily noticed he kept looking around nervously, as if someone was watching or chasing him secretly. After the meal, Emily offered him to stay in her small guest room at home, but he refused at first, saying he did not want to be a burden. Emily insisted softly that it was no trouble and he was welcome to stay. She wanted to make sure he felt safe and cared for every day. That cold night, Emily gave him extra blankets and a warm cup of tea, hoping to ease his worries and help him feel free. Days turned into weeks, and the man who called himself Tom became part of her life. She saw the pain he hid and wanted to help him survive. Emily bought him new clothes, helped him shave, and gave him small jobs so he could earn some pocket money and rebuild his life from the fog. Neighbors started whispering and questioning Emily's choice to help a stranger. Some warned her danger and called it a foolish wager. One neighbor said loudly, "Emily, you can't keep a stranger in your home." But Emily calmly said, "Everyone deserves kindness and a place to roam." Tom rarely spoke of his past, but sometimes he muttered strange names at night, words that hinted at secrets hidden out of sight. One night, Emily overheard him say quietly, "I never meant to do that," which filled her with questions and worried thoughts about his past. Her curiosity grew, but she didn't want to pressure or pry. Instead, she waited patiently, hoping he would share by and by. Then one day, while cleaning his jacket, she found an old faded photo showing Tom in a suit shaking hands with a man in a military uniform she did not know. The picture raised many questions and doubts in Emily's mind. Was there more to Tom's story that he left behind? She decided quietly to investigate, careful not to alarm, showing the photo to some trusted people to understand his charm. An old shopkeeper gasped and said, "Where did you get this from?" This man was once a high-ranking officer, feared by some. Emily's heart raced with fear and hope. Tom never spoke of this before. Now the mystery was deeper than she had ever known before. She returned home lost in thought, wondering whether to confront him or stay silent, uncertain what dangers lurked behind his quiet defiance. That very evening, a black car stopped in front of her house. Two men in suits got out and knocked gently with a serious mouse. They asked, "Have you seen a man named Thomas Grayson around here?" Emily's heart warned her strongly. She lied, "No, not here." The men glanced at each other, but left without saying more, leaving behind a shadow of fear at her door. When Tom came back, Emily told him about the visitors and the threat. His face grew pale and white. He knew they had found him yet. He confessed that years ago he exposed corruption at a powerful place, risking his own life to bring truth and justice face to face. Since then, he had been hiding under different names and lives, always running from those who wanted to silence and deprive. Emily realized the danger she faced helping him stay safe, but she showed courage and said, "Here, you have a safe place." A few days later, a letter arrived with no return address or name. Inside it read simply, "They know where you are," causing fear and shame. Emily told Tom to leave the city, to find safety far away. But he refused to leave, not willing to abandon her kindness that day. One rainy night, the black car came again in the dark and cold, but this time Emily and Tom were ready, strong and bold. They slipped out the back door quietly and disappeared into the night, traveling from city to city, hiding far out of sight. Over time, their bond of trust and friendship grew strong. Emily never regretted helping him all along. The world may never know the true story of Thomas Grayson's past, but Emily knew she had saved not just a man, but a life to last. And in doing so, she found her own courage deep inside, a strength she never knew she had until she stood by his side. Emily knew that life was fragile and sometimes full of pain, but helping Tom had taught her how much strength she could gain. Together they faced danger, fear, and nights so cold and long. Yet through it all, their friendship grew unbreakably strong. Tom's past was filled with shadows, secrets he could not share. But Emily stood beside him, showing love and care. They moved from place to place, always watching for a sign, never sure if peace or danger was waiting down the line. Emily's heart was brave and true. She never turned away, even when the world around them seemed to betray. In saving a stranger, Emily had saved herself too, discovering courage, hope, and a life made anew. Though Thomas Grayson's story may never reach the light, his courage and Emily's kindness were shining bright. Sometimes the smallest acts can change a life so deep and give a lost soul something precious to keep. Emily's kindness showed the world what true strength could be. In a world often dark, she chose to see. So even when the road is hard and the nights are cold, there's hope in the hearts of the brave and the bold. Tom and Emily's journey was one of trust and grace, a testament to the power of a human embrace. They taught us that love can bloom in the strangest place, and healing comes softly with kindness and faith. No matter the past or the fears that may bind, there's freedom and peace that we all can find. Their story reminds us to never judge by a face, because within every soul lies a story and grace. And so Emily's courage and Tom's hidden past entwine, a tale of hope, strength, and love that will forever shine.